Kiddos, welcome to this week's homework. We are looking at subtracting integers. There are 6 pages. As always, you are not expected to do all of them, just making sure that I give enough practice so that everyone feels comfortable with the skill. So we did it a couple of different ways this week. I gave you a number line for support for those of you who are more visual learners. You do not need to fill out the number line. It is simply there to support your understanding. One thing we do need to keep in mind, though, is when we see these subtraction questions, that we remember that we need to do some keep, change before we even get into solving them. So I actually want you to come through and do keep, change. Keep, change. We know that subtracting an integer is the same as adding its opposite. And this is because of the way that we move around our number line. And that number line support is there if your brain is still having trouble holding on to this concept, and that is completely normal and expected because this is really hard. We talked about how our brain has trouble with doing the opposite of what it sees, and right now it sees a subtraction sign. We made it into an addition sign, and that could be a little bit difficult for our brain. So one thing that you can do is you can come down to this number line and you can look at where you're starting, which is 8. And if we were to subtract 2, subtraction of a positive number means that we move to the left. 8 minus 2 is 6. That 6 is positive because the larger number is positive. Down here, 1 plus 4 is 5, and the number line tells me so. If I come here and I move up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I end up in that same space. Down here, 7 plus negative 10, opposite sign, subtract. So if I start at the 7, and I'm moving negatively 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if I check it, 10 minus 7 is 3. That 3 is negative because the larger number is negative, and you can see that's where we ended up on our number line. Coming over to the other side, hopping up to the top, 2 plus 1 is 3, and I can check that on my number line. Down here, I'm at negative 3, and I want to add negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at negative 7, growing in my negativity. I'm at 0, I go up 4, I end up at 4. If you have any questions on the first page, as always, please bring them with you to class. If not, we're going to head to the second page. Remember that at any time, you can pause this for however long you need or rewatch. Okay, we're going to go through and do our keep, change, all of them. Keep, change. Remember, I underlined that first one. So my brain tells me that we're acknowledging it, but we also know that we don't need to do anything to it because we're going to keep it exactly how it is. Going through and doing all of these so that my brain can jump right in. Same sign, sum, using those rules from our previous week, or different sign, difference. Sum meaning to add, difference meaning to subtract. These would be different signs, difference. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract these. When I do, I get 14. That 14 is negative because the bigger number is negative. Different signs, difference. 90 minus 80 is 10. That 10 is positive because the bigger number is positive. Different signs, difference. Gonna set them up for subtraction. Don't forget to borrow. We can have that conversation with ourselves. If I have 5, can I give you 7? No, but I know where to go. I end up with positive 28. Positive because the bigger number here is positive. Let's go up to the top here. Different signs, difference. I end up with 42. Bigger number is positive, so that 42 is positive. Same sign, sum. I'm going to stack them and add them. I end up with 109. Both of my numbers are negative, so that 109 is going to grow in its negativity. Different signs, difference. Don't forget to borrow, because if I have 2, I cannot give you 6, even if you are my favorite. It's a negative 46, negative because the bigger number is negative. You have questions on this page, please bring them with you to class. Headed right into page 3. At this point, we have some really good habits of going through and doing our keep, change first before anything else. gets our attention. Hold on, wait a minute. Keep, change, change. Make sure I'm not talking and walking at the same time. So that should be negative, that should be positive, that should be negative. Okay, checking in on myself here. All right, keep, change, change. Keep, change, change. Keep, change, change. And with that, we're ready. Same sign, sum, different sign, difference. Here we are different. We're going to subtract. We get 63. That 63 is positive because the larger number is positive. Same sign, sum. We're going to add these. And when we do, we get 139. That 139 is positive because both numbers are positive. Different sign, difference. If I have 7, I can't give you 8, so make sure that you borrow. And I end up with 19. Larger number is negative, so my 19 is negative. Back up to the top. Different sign, difference. Same sign, sum. These are a match. 50 plus 10 is 60. 60 is negative. Different sign, difference. I'm going to subtract with borrowing, of course. I get 18. The larger number is negative, so my 18 is negative. Same sign, so they're going to grow in their negativity. I end up with 243, and it's negative because this number is negative. Both numbers are negative. If you have questions, please bring them with you to class. On to page 4, we know what to do. Keep, change, change. For anything else, keep, change, change. Keep, change, change. But no, it's addition. Got you. Keep, change, change. It's perfect. It's perfect. We have a mixed set here, so make sure you are watching what you're doing. These are the same. So I'm going to add them, and they're going to grow in their positivity. These are different, but this one's nice and easy. 8 minus 7 is 1. That 1 is positive. Different signs, difference. Don't forget to borrow. 29 is positive because the larger number 82 is positive. Over to the other side and up to the top. Same sign, sum, doesn't matter how you stack them with addition. Still negative 115. Different signs, difference with borrowing, because even if I love you, I can't give you 9 if I have 1. I get 12. That 12 is positive. Same sign, sum, nice, easy addition. It's growing in its negativity. And with that, we are at the end of page 4. Bring those questions with you to class. This page is just looking to see what answer type you would get. You do not need to solve them, but I will give you the answer because I'm sure that some of you did solve them. So I'm going to go through and do my keep, change, change. This one is addition. It's perfect. Keep, change, change. It's perfect. Keep, change, change. It's perfect. Keep, change, change. So for this one, opposite signs are subtraction. Bigger number is positive, so my answer is positive. If you solved it, positive 131. Same signs, growing in their negativity. If you solved it, negative 1,152. Same sign, growing in their negativity. If you solved it, negative 14. Up top, this is going to have a negative answer because the bigger number is negative, negative 2. Here it's going to have a positive answer because the bigger number is positive, 24. And then here, same sign, growing in their positivity, 162. If you have questions on this page, as always, don't hesitate to bring them with you to class. Last page, looking at some PEMDAS or order of operations. You know that I love to give you these type of questions because they really stretch you to apply things that might be a little bit more difficult. But even though these are PEMDAS, we're going to go through and we're going to do a little keep, change, change because we don't want to fall for that trick. So go through and still do your keep, change wherever you may need it. And then we're still going to follow those PEMDAS rules. All right, let's take a look at the first one. We are going to start with a parenthesis. 22 and 11, opposite signs, subtract becomes 11, and it's negative. Bring everything down. We have 18 plus negative 16 is positive 2, plus negative 11 is negative 9. So again, this part gives you positive 2, 2, and 11 are opposite, subtract them. Down here, we're going to start with our exponents. 3 times 3 is 9. Bring everything down with you. Yes, this is a parenthesis, but there's nothing else inside. It's just showing you that I had ownership of that subtraction negative sign. Negative 19 and 9 are opposites, becomes negative 10. 23 minus 10 is 13. That 13 is positive. Down here again, we have parentheses, but they're all just showing ownership. 20, negative 20, I should say. Oh my goodness. Oh, it went to eraser. There we go. This is going to leave us with a positive 4 plus 14 leaves us with positive 18. Over and up. Parentheses, 24, 13, subtract because they're opposites, I get 11. 15 squared is 225. Subtract these because they're opposite, 214, and it's positive. Down here, 10 minus 32 is 22, and it's negative. Same sign, grow and add. 22 plus 10 is 32. Stays negative. Last one. 12 and 5 are the same sign, so we're going to add them. 17 and 6 are opposite signs, so we're going to subtract them. And then 11 minus 4 is 7, and it stays negative. Any questions on the homework from this week? Please don't hesitate to bring it with you to class.